Hi guys! So, for this first look, I'm gonna mix a pale foundation, the Superstay one, and I'm also gonna mix my normal foundation, which is the Dream Radiant Liquid by Maybelline, and I'm gonna mix them together so I'm a little bit more paled out, but I still have a good texture to the skin. So I'm gonna blend that nicely with my beauty blender until it's all really well blended in. And then I'm going to take my concealer and I'm just gonna put a little bit on. I don't want to be too cakey, so just a little bit under the eyes and a little bit on the chin and then some of those kind of areas. Then I'm gonna take a basic powder, not a loose powder for me, and I'm gonna put that all over the face. But as I said, not too cakey, so I'm only putting a thin layer on. Now the blush today, I'm taking in a U shape across the cheekbones, and we're going to be going for pastel orange shades. And I'm even using an orange eyeshadow from my Creepy Cute palette in Third Eye, so very true pastel shades. And I'm gonna take them in that U shape I showed you, and I'm also gonna take some across the nose and on the tip of the nose to really make me very orange, but in the best way. To kind of prepare for the bats we're gonna put on later. So yeah, as I said before, I'm gonna put a little bit of color on the tip of the nose and on the bridge of the nose. Now for eyeshadow, we're using a burnt orange and a true orange, and we're gonna make a sort of halo eye. And we're going to use some of that third eye color to blend it out. So we're just going to blend it up and leave a little space in the center of the eye to make the eyes look a little bit bigger. And we're going to take some of that eyeshadow in the inner corner and the outer corner as well, to just give it that halo shape. Now we're going to define the crease with that burnt orange color to give it some depth. And in the center of the halo eye, we're gonna put some black eyeshadow. So it's sort of a reverse halo eye. So dark in the center and going out to lighter colors. I'm gonna take some cream highlighter in the shade Rose Rave by Fenty Beauty, which is a beautiful rose gold glitter. And I'm gonna put that in all the classic spots, like the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose, over the lips, and on the cheekbones, and of course, over the eyeshadow as well, to give us some lovely warm glow. Then after that, I'm going to put on some mascara and eyeliner. And as you can see, I've taken the eyeliner more on the inner corners to create this large eye shape. Then I'm going to take some white dots across the cheekbones to look like little stars in the sky. And I added some little black X's across the face as well. And now I'm gonna make out the shape of a little bat. So kind of draw 2 little M's and for the wings, and then 2 little spikes going upwards for the ears of the bat. And then you fill it in with either some eyeliner or a little bit of black eyeshadow, does fine as well if you don't want to waste too much black eyeliner. Now you can see they're looking very spooky, and I filled them in with black eyeshadow myself. So then I'm gonna move on to some lipstick. So I have a black lipstick, Sleepwalker by Black Moon Cosmetics, and I'm going to put that on. I don't use any lip liner or anything like that, because this color is very good. It doesn't tend to bleed or anything like that, so you should be okay to not use any lip liner, but it depends what black lipstick you're wearing, I suppose. Now I'm taking my hair out of all the tight braids therein, and this is the finished look. Very, very spooky and gothic and perfect for Halloween. You could wear this as a Halloween costume look if you want to be more subtle on Halloween, or you could wear it leading up to Halloween to get into the spooky spirit. So this look, I'm gonna go a little bit lower coverage I'm just gonna use my Dream Liquid Foundation by Maybelline, which is a lower coverage kind of foundation, and it's just matching my skin tone. So I'm not paling up my face this time. And I'm just gonna put a couple of little dabs on there, nothing too major. Then I'm just gonna put a tiny little touch of concealer on, just in the usual spots. Literally, I'm gonna cover a couple of spots, and under the eyes as well. Now that that's all blended out, I'm just gonna use the same powder as before. And after that, I'm going to use some of my glowy bronzer. This is in the Peach Glow palette, and I'm going to use some of this one as well. Now, the nice thing about these bronzers is one of those bronzers, the Peach Glow, smells like peaches, and the other one smells like coconuts. So they do smell rather lovely when you put them on. But I don't want anything like too toasted, just a little bit of warmth for this look. Now I'm gonna put on this Burnt Blush shade by Max Factor. It's sort of a more cool berry kind of color. It's almost mauve, I'd say. And I'm gonna take that just on the apples of the cheeks, sweeping upwards. And I'm not gonna take too much either. Now for the eyeshadows, we're going to be working with earthy tones of green and a little bit of this dark, sparkly teal. So I fill in the eyes with some earthy green shades, doing the same kind of halo eye style thing that I would do before. And I'm going to frame those eyes with some of that sparkly teal shade I showed you before. And then I'm going to take a goldeny green shade and I'm going to fill in the center of my eyes. Now below the eyes I'm going to use bronzy kind of warm shades like autumn leaves. And then I'm going to put on a very simple mascara. Just more wispy, less full on. I forget which company made this one, but it's lovely. And I'm gonna use my Moonlighter by Black Moon Cosmetics in the shade Glowworm. It's sort of a subtle greenish highlighter, and it's very, very flattering actually. Great for these kind of greeny looks. So I'm gonna put that on the cheekbones, nose, under the brows, all those kind of areas that I showed you before, just to give a subtle green glow to the skin. It's also a little bit goldeny as well. Then I'm gonna take my white eyeliner by NYX, this liquid liner, and I'm going to begin to draw some falling leaves going down my cheeks from my eyes. So as you can see, I'm starting with a shape that almost looks like teardrops, and then they sort of turn into leaves. Now I'm gonna do a variety of kinds of leaves falling down the cheeks. So one of the leaves will look more like a sycamore leaf, and some of them will look a little bit more basic. So as you can see, I have a couple of different shapes on the cheek, and I've done it sort of lopsided so that there's more on one side of my face, because I think that that looks really nice, you know, when it's not perfectly mirrored. Now, I'm going to use my lipstick from Les Chocolates L'Oreal. I forget what the exact shade was called, but it's basically just a deep chocolate berry color, which is lovely for fall, and it does smell like chocolate, so that's really nice. And here's the finished look. I'm wearing my straw hat that has autumn leaves glued onto it, and I'm wearing a lovely fall kind of outfit, and this look is a little bit more basic, not full on Halloween, but more, you know, wandering through the autumn forest kind of look. And I'm wearing a lovely green skirt that I bought from a costume vintage market. So that was really cool. So for this final look, I'm gonna wear pale foundation again, the high coverage one, 30-hour wear. I'll leave some of the names of the products I used below, and I'm gonna use my Fit Me concealer. And I'm gonna use that burnt blush shade again across the cheeks. Just very, very small amount. I'm not using much blush for this look. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a acidy green color to shade out my chin and my nose and a couple of parts of my face to give me a signature ghoulish, goblin-y kind of Frankenstein look. So this is kind of a way that you can make yourself look a little more spooky without wearing face paint. So then I'm going to use these lovely purple shades all over my lids in the halo eye shape again. So I'm going to once again go on those inner corners and across the eye. I tend to do halo eyes because I think they are flattering on my eye shape. But you can totally do a slightly different version with the same colors, and it looks perfectly good. Now I'm going to take some lovely, lovely silvery iridescent sparkles on the center of my eye to give the look a little bit more drama. And I'm going to use my glitter glue to make sure that it sticks down right. Now I just tap it on very gently with my little brush. And I'm going to take some acid green color underneath my eyes all the way across. And I'm going to use my Moonlighter highlighter by Black Moon Cosmetics again, which perfectly suits this look. And I'm going to take it in the exact same spots as before, but maybe a little bit closer to under the eyes so it almost blends out the eyeshadows. Now I'm going to put on some eyeliner in a very similar shape to the first look that I did. So very dramatic on the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm going to put on some mascara too. And then I'm going to take this shade by Sugar Pill in the shade Sub-Zero, and it's a liquid lipstick. And I'm going to take that all across the lips. And then over top of that, I'm going to use the shade Slime by Black Moon Cosmetics, which is a slightly sparkly, bright green slime shade. And it looks absolutely wonderful over top of a darker lipstick. So I'm going to put that all over the lips. Then, to create the iconic Frankenstein stitches, I'm going to use my liquidy liner by Glisten Cosmetics. I think the shade is like Peas in a Pod or something like that. It's a bright green anyway, and I'm going to put a sort of line all the way across my forehead, and then I'm going to sketch in a couple of little stitches across. Now that we're all stitched up, I'm going to use my black liquid eyeliner to sort of sketch those shapes out a tiny bit more, just very subtly to make them look more deep. Now, here's the final look. I'm wearing some skeletal hands in my hair, and this look is simple yet perfect for a Halloween costume, especially since you can wear a plain black top and it still looks very, very, very fancy. Now, I'd like to know, out of all the looks, which ones you guys liked the most. Is it Miss Halloween Queen? Or is it the falling leaves look for a lovely walk through the forest? Or is it the Frankenchick for the perfect Halloweeny Frankenstein vibes? And we must give special thanks to Wendy the Witch for standing so perfectly still during the whole video. She was waiting for her beauty shots.